In this video, we're going to look at editing the various envelopes that can be applied, envelopes such as volume and panning. You can access the various envelopes by clicking on the respective icon along the bottom of the interface. The first icon will open the Pan and Envelope editor, which is represented by a pink line over the waveform. The second is the volume editor, which is represented as an orange line over the waveform. The third is the stereo separation envelope. We'll be taking a closer look at the purpose of this envelope in a moment. But let's start with the basics of editing an envelope curve. What we learn here can be applied to all envelope editors. By default, the envelope consists of a straight line with two anchor points. If I grab the first anchor point here in the volume editor and drag it down to the lowest possible value, and grab and drag the last anchor and move it to the highest possible value, I have essentially created a fade in. Of course, the same could be done to create a fade out by reversing the start and end anchor points. Now this demonstration was done on the volume curve. If I were to create a similar edit on the panning envelope, our sample would now start on the left side of the stereo field and finish on the right. Now this is a fairly basic demonstration. If we wanted to create a more custom curve, we are going to need more anchor points than the default 2. By right-clicking on the desired location within the editor, a new anchor point is created. Now with these anchor points, we can go ahead and draw in more of a custom curve. For example, here I can create an automatic panning envelope that goes back and forth over the stereo field. To remove an anchor point, simply right-click on the anchor point and select Delete from the drop-down menu. In between the anchor is another handle. This one is called the tension handle. Its job is to adjust the shape of the curve being applied between the two anchor points. By clicking and dragging up or down on this tension handle, you can adjust the shape of the curve. It is also possible to choose from a variety of different styles for the shape of the tension curve. This can be done by right-clicking on the anchor point to the right of the tension handle and selecting a shape from the drop-down menu. And that's the basics of working with a curve editor. Here I used the volume and pan curves to demonstrate how to edit the curves themselves. However, there is one more curve that may not be as obvious as these two, and that is the stereo separation curve. This curve allows you to tweak the width of the stereo field over time. Values that are below 0% will create a wider, separated stereo field for samples that have stereo information. While values above 0% will have a more monophonic result. So in this video, we took a look at how to apply basic curve edits to control the volume, panning, and stereo separation over time. In the next video, we'll take a look at applying file information to your audio files.